Coming up on today's programme, a local choir that's been bringing music to Salford for over 70 years goes virtual.
I wasn't, as the conductor, ever going to let the pandemic stop us from having that performance in some way.
A Salford artist's take on the US elections. And a Salford improv group celebrating their 19th birthday with a special online show. Good afternoon, I'm Emily Nolan and welcome to Salford Now. Our top story today, Salfordians have had 24 hours to digest the Prime Minister's plans to combat COVID before Christmas. Boris Johnson promised an end to the lockdown on December the 2nd, but says we must face a three-tiered system. But what do people of Salford think of the plans? Our reporter Aaron Diskin is with the studio. So Aaron, what is the Prime Minister's new plan?
So the Prime Minister yesterday announced that there's going to be no further lockdowns, but instead we're going back to a three-tiered, more structured system.
So would you just be able to explain a little bit about the three-tiered system?
So tier 1 is basically the least restrictive tier, and it means that the entertainment industry can reopen again, and you can go outdoors and indoors with groups of 6, but you just have to social distance and keep your 2 metres. Tier 2 means that the entertainment industry and pubs and restaurants can open if they offer a table service. And tier 3 basically means that then the bars and restaurants can only open if they do a takeout. That's the same with like big stores, that if they can do click and collect then they can stay open.
And what tier do you think Salford will be in?
Well, it's widely expected that Salford will get put straight into the harshest tier number 3.
There have been a mixture of opinions across Salford today.
It's very worrying because I think there is a possibility that we might go into quite a strict tier 3 again, and businesses are just going to be totally devastated, and a lot of young people could lose their jobs as a result of this.
Do you think?
I'm hoping that it might just stay the same or as last time, like tier 2. I'm hoping that way. Yeah, I'm not really quite sure, to be honest.
Do you think?
I think the only thing that's going to stay closed is the pubs and bars. So a bit annoying over Christmas.
Thanks, Aaron. So what tier do you think Salford will be in? We also asked Salford. So what tier do you think Salford will be in? We asked Salfordians what they think Greater Manchester will place in Johnson's tier system. Our survey has shown that 3% of people think Salford will be in tier 1. Just over 15% said tier 2, and overwhelmingly, just over 80% believe that Salford will end up in tier 3. And we will follow the latest developments for you on Salford Now. More of the day's news, and a choir that's been bringing song to the people of Salford for more than 70 years say they won't let the pandemic stop the music. Salford Choral Society have taken a virtual approach to their rehearsals and concerts, and they've even got their family pet singing along. Isabel Blakemore reports.
If you can't go to the concert, then let the concert come to you. A choir in Salford has done exactly that, using online technology to keep up the love of music through the pandemic.
It was abundantly clear to us all that the choir had to keep together.
Tom Newell recognised how important music was for the 90-plus members of Salford Choral Society, who range from ages 18 to 90, and was determined to carry on with rehearsals and concerts.
It's by no means easy to make music work on Zoom because as a platform there's a lot of latency, so they can't all sing out loud at the same time because they would sound at different times. But what I did was try to understand what the constraints of Zoom were and design as near close to normal rehearsal as possible. The situation has demanded that we upskill, and so we have, and it's actually been great.
We conducted to the soloists when they were singing their special parts, and then turned round and conducted the camera when we were singing. So it was literally, he was facing us. So it was just like being in a concert hall. It was lovely.
The choir was established in 1947 as part of the post-war Regeneration of Arts programme. They performed an online Mozart's Requiem concert last Saturday at St Clement's Church in Chorlton, and are planning the Messiah concert on the 12th of December, following a Christmas carol concert on the 19th of December. Members are slightly disappointed that an in-person performance won't be going ahead this year, but are thankful that Salford Choral Society have been there for them throughout this difficult time.
You only realise what you're missing when you're missing it, you know.
Actually, really was quite moving on Saturday night to see the level of how much it means to them, and for the fact that everyone was at that moment in time connected in the music in some way.
Lockdown has definitely inspired everyone to sing. Even Bella has howled her way into the choir. Isabel Blakemore, Salford Now.
The US election is still being dragged out by Donald Trump as he refuses to concede, but one artist has taken another great American institution, The Simpsons, as inspiration for a new artwork depicting the outgoing president. Shauna Burns has swapped Springfield for Salford to find out more.
You might have seen his work around Manchester. Now he's bringing his work closer to Homer. This Simpsons skit on Donald Trump has provided lots of locals with a laugh. The man behind the mural is Russell Meehan.
I just started thinking about Trump last year. Some people said that he should have his head on Mount Rushmore. Everyone thought it was quite funny. Well, that just popped into my head, and then I was like, oh, actually, well, maybe if we did that, I could have it topple him, because inevitably he's going to lose the elections. I just wanted to you know, do a little bit of social commentary and just look at a funny kind of aspect of what was going on. You know, like, I'm not necessarily a Trump hater or a Biden lover. I'm kind of in the fence, you know, in the middle with a lot of it, a lot of politics in general.
His most famous work is the B mural in Manchester's Northern Quarter, painted in memory of the 22 lives taken at the Manchester Arena attack in 2017.
We got the stuff together, all the materials, the cherry picker and everything together within a few days, and then just started painting the wall. It took 2 days over the weekend to paint, but yeah, it was a really nice thing to be a part of.
Salford isn't really famous for its street art, though now we can see other artists like Quebec follow suit and turn the blank walls of Salford into pieces of art like this one.
It is moving outward, isn't it? You know, like there's stuff in Old Trafford where I live. There's a few bits around here at the moment. It's growing. Withington, they've got quite a lot of stuff painted at the moment. Withington Walls, that's the project that they're doing. So yeah, hopefully, it's the more it's accepted, the more it'll move out.
While The Simpsons have given Russell inspiration, the symptoms of the pandemic haven't stopped him from painting. Shauna Burns, Salford Now.
Like almost every other form of entertainment, comedy shows have had to move online. An improv group from Salford are celebrating their 19th birthday with a special online show. Elle McDade reports.
Stand at the altar. I didn't mean it. I had a pulse in my heart.
They've been entertaining audiences for almost 20 years, but during the pandemic, a show by improv group Comedy Sports now looks a lot different. Formed in 2001, the way the group performs might have changed, but the reason they do it haven't. While the club have faced challenges in bringing comedy from the stage to laptop screens, they have seen a rise in audience members watching their show.
We saw Comedy Sports and just instantly fell in love with it, because it's just fun. And it's daft and it's silly and it's all those things we don't normally get to be when we're being grown up, and it was funny, so I just decided I really wanted to do it, so I started taking the workshops, and then eventually I got to join the team.
Although the club have been forced to have their shows online, they have continued to perform 3 shows a week and are providing online workshops to those who want to begin improv comedy.
Yeah, mostly technical issues.
Yeah.
But
there's been bonuses as well. I mean, there's games that we know we're never going to be able to play live on stage again. Like we play a lot of games using the whiteboard feature in Zoom, and just specific features within Zoom that we're not going to be able to replicate on stage. So that's been really fun to just really dive into. Let's make up some games that we know we can only do in this format.
To celebrate their birthday, they will have oldies versus newbies go head to head in various improvised games to compete for the gold title.
That's all for now. Goodbye.